Have you ever felt like you've done everything right? You repeat the affirmations. You visualize every day. Your vision board is full of vibrant dreams, and your mindset is locked in. But still your life feels stuck in a loop. Like you're living the same story with a different title, playing a spiritual version of Groundhog Day. You earn more money, only to watch it disappear. Your health improves, only to break down again. You tell yourself it's just bad luck. You start to question if you're doing something wrong. But you're not broken. You're not cursed. And no, you're not crazy. You're just missing one law, the hidden gear in the machinery of manifestation. It's not in most books, and it's not trending in the mainstream. But it's the linchpin between temporary change and lasting transformation. Until you understand this, you'll keep getting glimpses of the life you want, only for it to fade back into the background. In today's episode, we're going deep. Not just surface-level insights, but a masterclass on why it sometimes feels like the law of attraction isn't working, when in truth, it's working perfectly, just not the way you expected. Welcome to this journey. Welcome to your awakening. I'm your friend and guide, and I'm here to walk beside you through this next level of your becoming. You already know that you create your own reality. You've read the books, maybe even written your own goals and intentions. You've looked at your dreams in high-definition clarity and decided that your life will no longer be average. And the moment you made that decision, something profound began. A new future was born. But here's what no one told you. Just because the future has changed doesn't mean your present catches up right away. You're now living in two timelines simultaneously. Your old beliefs are still echoing into your reality, while your new intentions are sending out a new signal. And the collision of those two is what most people mistake for failure. Let's say you declare, "I'm done with scarcity. I choose abundance." You start your business, you take inspired action, and for a brief moment, it looks like the universe is aligning. New opportunities show up. A client is interested. A door opens, and then silence. The client disappears. The deal falls through. The bills keep piling up. And suddenly, your old beliefs start whispering again. "See, it never works for me. Money is hard. I'm not good enough." Here's the truth. What's showing up now isn't a punishment. It's just the echo of your past finally arriving. Everything you've believed, thought, and felt until this moment has created a wave, and waves don't stop instantly. They crash until they lose momentum. Your new beliefs haven't taken hold yet, because reality needs time to reorganize itself around your new identity. You're living in the overlap, the echo zone. And if you don't understand this, you'll abandon your vision too early. You'll look at the chaos, misinterpret it as proof that nothing is changing, and unknowingly recommit to your old self. But what if the setback isn't a sign to quit? What if it's a final test? A moment asking, will you stay loyal to the new you, even when the old still screams your name? Neville Goddard once said, "Remain loyal to your new decision." And that's what this is about, loyalty to the future version of yourself, even when the present hasn't caught up. It's like the myth of Orpheus. He descends into the underworld to rescue his beloved Eurydice. Hades agrees to let them both return to the surface on one condition. Orpheus must not look back at her as they walk out. He hears screams behind him, monsters, chaos. He panics. He looks. And in that moment, she disappears forever. That's what most of us do. We hear the noise of our old life and think it's still our truth. We look back. We lose the miracle. We let the evidence of the past drown the decision of the future. So how do you move through this echo without turning around? How do you walk through the chaos and stay centered in your vision? You have to understand this moment for what it is. Temporary turbulence, not permanent reality. That unexpected bill, Old energy clearing. That health flare-up? Old programming releasing. That person ghosting you? A reflection of what you've outgrown. Don't judge the soup while it's still cooking. Life is mixing your old ingredients with the new ones you've chosen. In Colombia, there's a dish called calentado. It's a blend of yesterday's leftovers turned into something rich, delicious, and new. And your life is going through its own calentado phase. A blend of who you were and who you're becoming. Let the transformation simmer. Let the chaos settle. And above all, don't abandon the kitchen halfway through. This is the moment where most people quit, where they say, it's not working. But what's actually happening is that it is working. It's just not instant. The delay is not. Punishment, it's protection. Can you imagine if every negative thought you had manifested immediately? If every doubt, fear, or moment of anger became real in an instant? We'd destroy ourselves. This delay is divine. It gives you space to recalibrate, to adjust your frequency, to grow into the version of you who can handle the life you've asked for. You're not here to chase miracles. You're here to become one. And that becoming is a process. Moment by moment, thought by thought, decision by decision. So stay in the game. Keep playing. Don't measure your progress by the noise around you. Measure it by your loyalty to your vision, by how often you choose to believe in the invisible, by how calmly you walk through chaos. Because you're not stuck, you're not behind. You're not being punished. You're simply in the echo, and the echo is fading. What's coming next is yours if you don't turn around. And that brings me to the next part of this journey. Now that you know what the echo is, the question becomes, how do you walk through it without losing faith? Because the echo isn't just external circumstances. It's also internal. It's your old identity fighting to survive. Every time you say, I am abundant, your old self whispers, you've always struggled. Every time you affirm your health, your old patterns try to drag you back into illness. And it's not because you're failing, it's because you're changing. Transformation isn't clean. It's messy. It's emotional. It's full of resistance and doubt and the temptation to go back to what's familiar. That's why this phase of growth requires something deeper than motivation. It requires mastery. You have to become a master at holding the vision even when the evidence isn't there yet. And this is the spiritual muscle most people never develop. Consistency in belief, regardless of results. Let me tell you something. Mastery is born in the moments you want to quit, but don't. It's forged in the setbacks, in the silence after the effort, in the days when nothing is happening, but you keep showing up anyway. The echo will do everything it can to convince you you're crazy for believing. And yet, that's exactly when you know you're on the right track. Because if it weren't working, the resistance wouldn't be so loud. Think about that. You're agitating the old system. That's proof of your power. The echo is your feedback. That the shift has already begun. I want to share something personal. A few years ago, our business had skyrocketed millions in revenue, dream clients, international recognition. On paper, it looked like success. But beneath the surface, burnout was brewing. Old beliefs were still running the show. I have to grind to succeed. I'm never doing enough. If I slow down, everything will collapse. And so the universe, in its infinite wisdom, gave us exactly what we needed, not what we wanted. Our business contracted. Suddenly, everything that was thriving began to break down. And we had a choice: interpret it as failure or see it as a fine-tuning. We chose the latter, because when life disrupts your current path, it's rarely to punish, it's to refine. Sometimes the contraction is sacred. It's the compression before the expansion, the darkness before the new light. You see, even when you get what you asked for, if your inner world is still holding on to the old identity, the results won't be sustainable. That's why so many people manifest success, only to sabotage it. You attract the dream partner, then start doubting if you're worthy of love. You land the perfect job, then feel imposter syndrome creeping in. It's not the dream that's broken, it's the belief underneath it that's misaligned. The outer world mirrors your subconscious, always. And if your subconscious is still wired for lack, fear, or unworthiness, then even abundance will feel unsafe. So what's the solution? Awareness. Start paying attention to what gets triggered when the echo hits. When things go wrong, what's the story you tell yourself? That voice, the one that says, "This always happens," or "Maybe I'm not meant for this." That's the script you need to rewrite, because those aren't facts, they're patterns. Emotional echoes of your childhood, of past failures, of old programming, and now you get to interrupt them. You get to bring consciousness to the unconscious. You get to pause, breathe, and ask yourself, is this actually true? Or is it just familiar? I had a client recently who hit a wall. He launched a campaign that didn't work. His first instinct was to scrap the whole model. "Maybe I chose the wrong path," he said. "Maybe this isn't what I'm meant to do." But the truth was, 80% of his campaign worked beautifully. It was just that last 20%, the final piece of alignment, that needed attention. And when we looked closer, we found the friction point. We adjusted, refined, and relaunched. And the second version didn't just work, it exceeded every expectation. That's what mastery looks like. Not throwing everything away when it doesn't work once, but seeing failure as a diagnostic, not a death sentence. This applies to every area of life, your business, your body, your relationships, your purpose. There's no perfect execution, only learning, only refinement. Your setbacks are sacred data. They are mirrors reflecting what still needs healing. They are invitations to expand, not evidence that you're failing, but that you're being upgraded. And when you begin to live this way, setbacks lose their sting. You stop personalizing the pain. You stop blaming yourself. Instead, you lean in. You listen, and you learn. But here's the part most people miss: none of this matters if you don't give it time. We live in a world of swipes, clicks, and dopamine hits. We're addicted to speed. And because of that, we expect transformation to be instant. But it's not. Real change, the kind that lasts, takes time. It takes space. It takes patience. You don't build a cathedral in a day. You build it one brick at a time, over months and years, sometimes decades. And you are the cathedral. You are building the architecture of your mind, the sanctuary of your soul. Don't rush it. I get. It's frustrating. You want to see results. You want proof that it's working. And that desire is natural. But you must remember, impatience is just another disguise for doubt. When you plant a seed, you don't dig it up every day to check if it's growing. You water it. You nourish it. You trust the process. And the same is true for your vision. Trust that it's unfolding, even when you can't see the roots yet. Trust that your nervous system is slowly being rewired, that your brain is building new pathways, that your energy is calibrating to the life you asked for. Because it is. Whether you feel it or not. I've seen it happen countless times. Someone gives up 1 inch before the breakthrough. They stop just before the miracle. They let the echo convince them it's not working, and so they recreate the very pattern they were trying to escape. Don't let that be you. Hold the line. Walk the fire. Remember, the old reality is not fighting you. It's fading. It's falling away. And your only job is to not go back. You're not here to survive your transformation. You're here to embody it, to move through the discomfort with grace, to let time become your ally, not your enemy, to see every delay as divine design, and to remember that your dream isn't fragile. It's inevitable as long as you stay loyal, That loyalty is what will carry you to the final part of this journey. So here you are standing at the intersection of who you've been and who you're becoming. You've made the decision. You've claimed the vision. And now, life is moving around you in unseen ways. Some of it looks familiar. Some of it feels new. And all of it is working, even if your senses haven't caught up yet. That's the truth I want you to hold on to. You are not waiting on the universe. The universe is waiting on you to hold the vibration long enough for your reality to stabilize. This is not a test of your worth. It's a process of alignment. And everything you're experiencing, the noise, the resistance, the doubt, it's not a warning sign. It's just the calibration process of a new reality forming. Let me give you one last example that brings it home. My wife's best friend had been on a relentless search for love. Dates, apps, disappointments, swiping until her thumbs hurt. She finally gave up, not with bitterness, but surrender. She said, "I'm done trying to force this. If I have to be alone, I'll be okay." That wasn't defeat, that was release. And 2 weeks later, she met her future husband. Sometimes what you call giving up is actually letting go of control. And the moment you let go, your frequency shifts. That's when magic walks in. You don't have to hustle your way into your dream life. You don't have to fix yourself before it arrives. What you do need is awareness of how the game is played, how the echo works, and how your mind either speeds up or delays your results. This is not about perfection. It's about persistence. It's about choosing your new identity over and over again until it becomes your default, until the old self can no longer survive in the light you've stepped into. Now let's take everything we've talked about and simplify it into 3 unshakable truths. First, you are living in 2 realities at once. The old you is still showing up because the thoughts and beliefs that created that version of reality are still playing out. But that doesn't mean your new reality isn't being built. It just means the echo hasn't faded yet. Don't confuse the lag with lack. Your vision is alive, even if it hasn't arrived. Second, setbacks are not evidence that you've failed. They are revelations. They show you what still needs healing, what still needs attention, and what subconscious programs are still active beneath the surface. When you hit resistance, ask, what story am I telling myself right now? That's your access point to transformation. That's where the work is done. And third, you must give it time. Real, meaningful, permanent change is not microwavable. This isn't about instant manifestation. It's about sustainable creation. You are not just manifesting things, you're manifesting a version of you. And that takes time. Time to feel. Time to integrate. Time to grow. This process is not linear. It's not predictable, but it is sacred. And it is absolutely worth it. If you only remember one thing from this entire message, let it be this: your reality bends to the identity. Remain loyal to. So when things get loud, when the echo screams, when the old world tries to seduce you back, don't look. Don't turn around. Keep walking. Because the version of you who decided to rise is still waiting, still building, still becoming. And it's not your job to know how everything will unfold. It's your job to stay in alignment with what you've chosen. Give yourself permission to relax into the process, to breathe through the resistance, to dance with the discomfort instead of running from it. You don't need more evidence. You just need more trust. Trust that your nervous system can hold this new energy. Trust that your soul knows the way. Trust that you've already won, because the moment you decided, the shift began. You are not here to repeat the past. You are here to create a future, so vibrant, so magnetic, so unmistakably yours, that the old patterns won't even recognize you. So keep showing up. Keep speaking your vision into existence. Keep acting as the version of you who has already arrived, and let time, grace, and alignment do the rest. If this message resonates with you, I want you to know that you are not alone. We are all walking this path together, shifting, stumbling, realigning, growing. This isn't a solo mission. It's a shared awakening. So if you're watching this on YouTube, leave me a comment below. Tell me what part hit home. Tell me what you're choosing to stay loyal to. And if this episode helped you, please pay it forward. Share it with someone who's stuck in the echo and doesn't know it yet. Let's bring more light into their life. And if you're listening on audio, hit that subscribe button. Leave a review. It might seem small, but it means the world to me and helps us grow this community of powerful creators. You are a living, breathing miracle. Your desires are not random, they are roadmaps. And your journey is not off track, it's divinely orchestrated, so trust it, honor it, and stay loyal to the vision, even when it's quiet, even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. Because that's when the breakthrough happens. This is your time. This is your chapter. The echo is fading, and your future is already echoing back, calling you forward. I'll see you in the next episode.